Happy December 1st, MON family. It's the last month of the year. Can you believe that? Because I swear the older we get, the faster the calendar just runs. Like, babe, I'm still processing last Christmas and somehow we're here again. And my bank account hasn't recovered from 2023 holiday shopping and the way that December 1st landed perfectly on a Monday. Yeah, God definitely said, let me line this up real quick so you can stop playing. If you needed a sign that it's time to get your life in order, congratulations, you're aligned. And also, Merry Monmas, okay? The Mon Miss merch just dropped, so if Santa's busy, I got you. Hoodies, mugs, all the still showing up energy. And gift yourself or a gift to someone who needs a little bit of Monday therapy. Now, this month, we're doing something completely different. This isn't the aesthetic glow up, not the let me dye my hair and suddenly I'm a new person glow up. Not the I changed my room at 2 a.m. and now I'm healed and glow up. No. This December is about real alignment for man, woman, whoever's listening right now. It's about finally understanding yourself, getting honest, getting structure, getting clear, and not starting from scratch in January like you always do. Yeah, I came for you. For the next 5 Mondays, we're building a foundation together mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and in your day to day habits, 1 week at a time, one shift at a time. Nothing dramatic, just real growth that actually sticks. This isn't a glow up, this is a becoming. And today we're starting with a reset.
This is MON, still showing up.
Hosted by Denise.
Before we dive in deep with the reset, I have two Mon stories. Um, so the first one is from Jessica. So hi, Jessica. She said we had a job potluck last week, and my coworker, who's Indian, always cooks amazing. Got this rice dish, and listen, it was good. Like the type of good that makes you close your eyes and rethink your taste buds. But she forgot to mention the spice level. Not in a bad way, just in a your digestive system is about to meet God kind of way. 30 minutes after we ate, people were acting weird, shifting in their chairs, breathing heavily, holding the edge of their desk like life was happening to them. And suddenly she started to notice the pattern. Everybody I saw was going in and out of the bathroom like a revolving door, one in, one out. Another coworker mumbled to me, "My butt is burning, but that rice was worth it." Meanwhile, she's standing there smiling like, "I made it mild today." I don't know if she sounds like that, but I'm guessing. "I made it mild today." Mild. And listen, I still showed up and ate that dish. Next year, I know better. I'm bringing Tums as my contribution. I'm picky with food. Um, yeah, just but my thing is, normally people bring to potlucks cookies or like chicken wing dip, but I get it, some people I would just bring cookies. I'd bring cookies, but at least, next time bring the Tums or drink some milk. Doesn't milk help with like the heat? Like if it's something spicy?
This thing was so spicy it sent him to the bathroom.
All of them to the bathroom.
That shit was they probably got salmonella.
You think so?
Yeah.
But Indian food can be spicy. And if you're not used to that spice level on the day to day,
I don't think
I remember when I worked at TJ Maxx, one of my coworkers, she brought these little like cup things. It's called pani puri. They were good, but that was spicy. It was a different type of spice. and their spice is a different level of spice.
Send the whole office to the bathroom at the same time? There's no.
Yes, if your stomach is not used to a certain type of food, you're gonna go to the bathroom. You mean to tell me that's like when people go to DR and they're not used to the cuisine, it sends you to the bathroom. But that's the same thing with the spices. If you're not used to the spices, it's gonna send you to the bathroom. I'm over here defending you, Jessica. Okay?
Because when you eat in another country, you're going to the bathroom because your stomach isn't used to the bacteria in that country.
Yeah, but just like we be shipping, we're just gonna go back and forth this whole time with your story. At least you ate the food, at least you showed up, and hopefully, next year you bring some Tums. Or hopefully maybe you got a new job, a promotion next year, so you don't gotta worry about that.
Other people some cookies.
Buy people some cookies.
Nobody doing anything.
Now this next Mon story is from uh Derixa, believe it or not. So hi D. So she has a story of being a homeowner that it isn't for the weak. So she's been having, and once you buy a home, thank God for some warranty, I will say that, but she's been having issues from no heat to her gutters breaking. So I'm gonna play the recording so you guys can listen to it, okay?
All right, Lily, whenever there's a MON moment open, put mines. So there's a landscaper, right? I sent you the screenshots and everything. So sure, you already know what's going on with the house and the heat or whatever. I went outside and my gutters looked like it broke from, I guess, the wind. I don't know. So I have a landscaper that, oh my gosh, sweet soul. I guess he saw me and he was like, hey, like, if I can use your business or if you could support my business, I do cost cutting landscaping. I'm trying to, do this in support of my legal fees because he's trying to stay here in the UN in the United States and he's from Guatemala, lo que sea, whatever. He came here legally, but with everything going on, it's been tough for him to get a lawyer, and he does whatever landscaping. I send him the message as you see, and then he calls me and goes, "I'm gonna come again tomorrow." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, how much is it gonna charge?" He's like, "I'm not gonna charge you for that. Like,
Oh,
you
look at
supported
that.
my landscaping all year round when you bought your house. Why would I charge you for that?" So it's just like the sweetness of like just knowing somebody that knows somebody, and then you just don't know their story. And I'm about to cry because esa cosa me podía costar like almost to the hundreds. And look what he did. He returned the favor.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
That's very sweet. And that's what I think. It's like do good and good would be given to you. And I think I spoke about that like a few weeks back, right? Um, you don't know somebody's situation. She has helped him with his landscape business, and in return, when she was in that situation, he helped back. She did that not knowing that she would need him, or he would be able to help her down the line. So sometimes God sends you small little angels when you least expect it, especially when you're going through a tough situation, because you were a consistently good person and showing up when they needed. So good for you. Hopefully you got it fixed. And yeah, being a homeowner isn't for the weak, but at least you showed up and hopefully it's fixed. So thank you for sharing your mom story. Everyone, please continue sharing your Mon stories. I love hearing them, from potlucks to gutters, to horror stories of Thanksgiving. Continue showing up. All right, so let's get into the actual reset, because if your stomach wasn't the sign, your life might be. Now, before we jump into this full reset, I want you to think about this past year for a second and ask yourself, what did 2025 teach me besides the fact that, adulthood is a scam? Okay? Because let's be real for a second. 2025 had all of us in a chokehold at some point. Some of you realize you're stronger than your circumstances. Some of you realize you're allergic to the bare minimum energy. Some of you realize you really do need a bedtime. And some of you found the hard way that your stomach can't handle certain dishes at a potluck. But 2025 wasn't just chaotic. It was revealing. It showed you where your energy goes, and it showed you what drains you without words. It shows you what actually brings you peace, and it showed you your patterns, your triggers, your growth, your glow. 2025 basically handed you a personal audit, like a full report card. Here's what worked, here's what didn't, here's where you're not repeating. And this year didn't just pass by, it prepared you. And now December is where we do the updates, the upgrades, and we fix those bugs. So now let's get into the deep stuff. We're going to break things down into different categories, and we're going to start with mental declutter. Your mind has too many minds open. Your brain has been running on the same thoughts for months. It's literally like a browser with 47 tabs on your computer from 2021. Mental decluttering means asking, what thoughts have I been rehearsing that don't belong in 2026? Because your brain doesn't care if the thought is true. It only cares if it's familiar. So if you've been all year, you've been rehearsing, I'm behind, I'm overwhelmed, I'm tired, I'll start later, your brain has turned that into your default setting. We're clearing the mental tabs. We're resetting the operating system. 2, energy declutter. Fix the little micro links. This isn't about people. That's in week 4. We'll get into that. This is about the daily energy that leaks, that drains your little spark without you noticing. For an example, like snoozing 5 times, like starting task and not actually finishing it, like scrolling until your eyeballs hurt, like letting little tiny annoyances build up, like overthinking simple decisions. These little things drain your energy more than the big things. So, energy decluttering means, where am I losing small amounts of energy every day, then plugging the leaks one by one. 3 is a digital reset. Your phone is overstimulating your nervous system. Your brain doesn't know the difference between physical clutter and digital clutter. It just knows that it's overwhelmed. So, a digital reset is basically self care for your nervous system. So, this week, unfollow people you don't align with, delete old photos, clear your camera roll, clean your email. I should do that. Organize your notes, delete unused apps, and reset your homepage. A clear phone is a clear mind. And I have like 24,000 emails that I haven't read. I know. So I'll be doing that. I don't know how I live like that. It's a lot of spam emails.
Your screen would give me anxiety.
Yeah, I'm manifesting that for my bank account. When I log into my email.
Your unread emails is what I want in my bank account right now.
Manifestation, okay? Now, the fourth one that I want you to do this week is reset your space. Um, it's your environment is a subconscious script. Your space tells your brain what role to step into. Messy room, your brain goes on survival mode. Clean room, your brain goes, into clarity mode. And you're not cleaning to be aesthetic. You're cleaning to create a safe, calm, and focused environment. So reset your space, your bedroom, your bathroom, your car, your purse, your desk, your closet. A clean space signals to your brain, we're starting fresh. And lastly, schedule reset. Your brain thrives on rhythm, not perfection. You don't need a routine at 5 a.m., okay? That's not realistic, okay? You don't need a 3-hour morning routine either. You don't need discipline. You just need, predictability. Your brain loves predictability because it reduces anxiety. So, a schedule reset is simply a consistent wake up window, a 2 to 5 minute morning grounding routine, a nightly wind down, one non negotiable daily action, small structures that build big self confidence. So, this is the reset. This is how you'll end your year with clarity instead of chaos. I know for me personally, if my space is not clean, like for example, if I'm at work, my desk needs to be clean or I feel like I'm chaotic. Or if my room is a mess, my brain feels a mess. So, this is why it's very important for you to, fully reset and start this week. This is how you end a year, not by reinventing yourself, not by burning your life down, but by clearing the mental, physical, digital energy noise so the real version of you has room to show up. And I'm always backing things up with Jesus, and this is the reminder you need to come back to when you feel behind, overwhelmed, or like you're starting too slow. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. I am making a way in the wilderness and in the streams of the wasteland." That's what God's saying. I'm already preparing you for what's next, but you need clarity to notice it. And here's the part that I really want you to hold on to. You don't need to start fast. You just need to start by, clearing your cup. Have you guys ever seen the visual where someone pours, clean water into a full dirty cup of water? The dirty water doesn't disappear instantly. It doesn't turn, clear in 5 seconds. It takes a lot of rinsing, refilling. It takes patience. And slowly, gently, the water will start to become clear again. It's a slow, steady pouring out of the old and a slow, steady pouring in of the new. So when you catch yourself wanting to rush the process or compare your pace, remember, you can't ask God for apple juice if your cup is still full of old water. But he doesn't expect you to jump in it all at once. Your job isn't to empty the whole cup today. Your job is to start clearing it. Poquito a poquito, little by little, refill by refill. And God meets you in the process. So that is your faith anchor today. I don't need to rush my reset. God will meet me in every small pour, and hold on to that and let that calm you and let it guide how you reset, because the pace doesn't matter, the direction does. And for your self-love reminder this week, I want you to write a letter to yourself. Not a letter about your goals, not a letter about who you want to become yet. We'll definitely get there in the next, few weeks. But the first letter is about reflection. So everything we do in December, makes sense. Okay. But I want you to start with, what did 2025 teach me about myself? What did I outgrow? What surprised me? What patterns do I want to leave behind? And ask yourself when you're writing this, what parts of me am I proud of? Right? Write it, very gently, honestly. Write it like you're talking to someone you love, because you are. And this letter isn't about fixing anything, it's about seeing clearly. So the next 4 weeks of habit, vision, boundaries, and becoming actually have a foundation to build on. You can't build a new year on top of an old version of yourself. This letter will help you understand the version that you are leaving behind. So, all right, Mon family, that's your reset episode. This week isn't about rushing, it's about clearing a little space in your mind, your routine, your phone, your heart. Hold on to your faith anchor for this week. I don't need to rush my reset. God will meet me in every small pour. Do your self love letter, breathe, give yourself grace. We're building the foundation for the next 4 weeks. Thank you for starting this journey with me. And remember, even 75% is still showing up. I'll see you next Monday, same time, same place, still showing up. Bye now. Is that bad?
You covered your face. Like you were scared.
Is that bad?
Yeah, redo it.
I had to read through my phone?
Yeah, but the no Catherine.
I'll just throw it on the floor. You're contagious.
You know what? I have the Lysol air sanitizer.
It will reach you.
Well, I already got the sickness back in October. Exactly. I'll be fine. I actually drank a whole thing of vitamin C before you came.
You're dumb.
Like a whole thing of
How did you let me come here?
yeah. Yeah, Mercedes, she says she woke up sick, people.
She says like I'm lying.
She's not. She's actually sick.
Bitch.
Um, okay.
You're the one who rescheduled this 3 times.
Why did I?
You're like, no, let's do it Tuesday. Then you're like, no, grandma's coming, so we'll do it Wednesday.
Yeah, so at least I showed up on a Wednesday.
So
We showed up. She showed up sick. I showed up 3 days later.
you showed up.
I showed up. Your environment is your subconscious, small structures that build.
You're doing good.
Was? Okay.